This is my Montreal style bagel recipe. It's located on the Spruce Eats. After an hour of proofing in a bowl, I cut it into sections. Cut the dough into chunks, like this. And then poke a hole in the middle. And then each bagel gets put into the water and boiled for about 2 minutes. All right, so we've got all of our bagels made into a form. You just put a little bit of flour down so they don't stick, cut the bagel log into pieces, and then made them into these nice bagel forms. Now over here, I've got a pot of boiling water. It's not at a rolling boil, but it's boiling. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the bagels in the hot water, one at a time. Usually you can get about 3 of them in at once. So they'll boil in here, and we will flip them over and then put them onto this towel right here to dry off. If you don't dry them before you put them into the oven, they end up sticking a little bit. So we'll show you that next. All right, now this is the next step. I basically take the bagels off the paper towel just by leaning them over, and this is the experimental part. This is semolina, which will help the bagels roll off the peel. So I'm going to put them on here. We'll do our best to make sure that they're not damp anymore. I also have cornmeal as well to give this a try as well. Make sure this has a little bit of glide, and we'll give this a go. All right, follow me. It's upside here. Now our uni has been on for about half an hour. And I just turned it down, and we're gonna give it a go. Watch him go in there. Okay, so what I did,
Wait,
there's a bagel that came out of the oven. My kids have already taken a bite out of it. It's quite tasty, but the oven was still too hot. So the trick is gonna be to manage the heat. But if you look at it, it's fully cooked. It's got the leoparding on the bottom, and it's quite tasty. All right, so this is my second try. You can see that they're still a little bit too dark, but that's more about timing. I think the temperature is about right in the oven. They actually puffed up a little bit more, so that's about a 2-minute cook time. Still a little bit of leoparding on the bottom, although not that distinctive, but pretty good second attempt. This is my third attempt. There's a bit of browning still that's needed for them, but you almost have to rotate them around on the peel to get the right browning. Basically right now. You just have to make sure that each side gets a full cook. The other trick that I discovered is to bring the semolina outside so I could dip them here and put them on my peel and straight in. I was going into our house before, and that was just taking too long and distracting from paying attention to the cook. So go in here, have a look. This one right here. I had a near disaster as well. I pushed one of the bagels back underneath the burner, but was able to dislodge it with a fork. You can see this one a little bit overcooked, but by and large, they're pretty good. So I'd say uni bagels are a success. If you want the recipe, go to spruceeats.ca and look up Montreal style bagels. They've got honey and eggs in them. They're quite good. Thank you. All right, so this is the finished product. A couple of them have been eaten because my kids have been watching me filming, but you can see that as I started baking them, I got better and better at making sure that they weren't blackened in parts, although they're not really burnt. They're just sort of overly toasted. But obviously practice makes perfect. I set my dial on my uni right down. So it is, this is the gas option. I thought it would be too much to try to manage a fire at the same time, although I am curious to see what wood-fired ones would be like. I'm on my last one right now. It's baking in here, and once that's done, I'll be done about 24 bagels. You're only able to do, I think, practically about 2 large bagels at a time. These ones are about the size of my hand. What else? They're delicious, crispy, and cook probably within a minute and a half to 2 minutes, depending on how hot the stone is and the oven itself. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy.